Good morning. Hello. Welcome to our Tuesday stream. How are you guys? Good morning, friend. Good morning, JC. Guten Morgen, James. Hello, hello. What are those? Alpacas? I think so. Or poodles. Can't see. I need glasses. Yeah. How have you been? How is the night for you guys? Are you tired, James? And how is your non-caffeinated beverages journey going? Are you still on track? I got a card for us. This one, very beautiful. Sovereignty. And yeah, I think it's about being the one responsible for your life, but also I thought of protection of your own energy, or boundaries, because I just yesterday joked with the kids and said, yeah, I am the one person they can come to and talk about their problems, and sometimes this could influence my own mental space, not necessarily with the kids, but I was just thinking about how it's important to protect your own mental space sometimes from other people when they come to you and put their negative stuff on you, and you want to stay open and listen to them, but also, like I said, protect yourself from maybe the negativity, especially when you're very empathetic with people. I think that's very important, especially when you want to work on things like your novel and not be influenced by that. You want to be in a calm, healthy space. And so thinking about ways to protect yourself, or to bring yourself back to this stable, balanced mental headspace, I think that's important to find ways to do that. I'm just thinking about what could you do. I think what usually helps me is, for instance, sometimes when I'm just in general stressed out, I watch some ASMR shorts, like just something really short that helps me focus and center again. This would be something I think that helps, or a quick meditation, breathing exercises. So yeah, take sovereignty, take your power back in that regards. So important. I'm also thinking of James, for instance. I don't know how much he is influenced by what the nurses tell him. I'm guessing you're a bit different than me, but sometimes for me it's really, I definitely struggle with this. I don't want to call those people energy vampires necessarily. Like I said, for instance, if my kids have problems with school, I don't want to say, no, don't talk to me. I need to protect myself. But like I said, finding ways to balance that out, or to just to be aware that it's still your kids. It's just an example, the kids, but it's still the other person's problem and not yours. Might be helpful, that you don't have to take it on. You can listen and not take this on. Needs practice, I'm guessing. I'm just talking from my own experience. For me, it's really sometimes difficult to have this boundary up. About the alpacas, I'm guessing. On a screensaver at work, there's a herd of llamas, and all I want to do is fit them with cute little peg saddles. Oh, yeah. That's really cute. Good morning, Delara. Hello. Caffeine, good, but I have to allow myself cheat days. Yeah, when I go back and forth between night day schedules, yeah, I can imagine you need still, it's kind of like medicine for you. Maybe I can, yeah. I mean, sometimes you just need something to help you. My nurse is crazy and my crazy neutralize each other. Like lion hydrochloric acid. That's good. Deleting social, yeah, that's another thing. That's even worse when you when you're influenced by stuff that's online. For me, that's, yes, definitely. Even that can have an impact on you, a big impact on your mental health and on your energy, just how you're feeling. It's so interesting how easy um, my emotions can be like this, just something that happens or someone says something and then it's like, and I really have to do stuff to come back up. So, and like I said, it's not necessarily something that has to do with myself, So that's why I say it's important to have some protection up or some boundaries or figure out ways to bring you back up when it's not something that really relates to you. It's just you taking on energies from other people. And usually it's not helpful when you're like going down in this negativity spiral, and it's not helping the other person as well, So sometimes I find myself taking on all the sadness in the world. Yeah. Yeah. We're so, especially when we're very empathetic people, it speaks for our it's on one side, it's a strength. We can really relate to other people very good, and we have to protect ourselves that we don't feel the same as the other person is feeling. Yeah, it's not necessary or helpful, exactly. And I'm just thinking of yeah, but I don't know if I can translate it. I think in Buddhism I read there is a difference between yeah, it's in German. It makes sense because the words they just say it's a difference between suffering with someone. That's a German word. Mitleid. You suffer with someone. You have mitleid with someone. You're suffering with them, and the same, just being there for them, but not taking this on. I have to think of a way to translate it. But yeah, so you can be there for people, but you have to make sure you don't suffer with them in that moment when you're there with them. It doesn't help anyone. Like Dilara said, it's not necessary or helpful. Ooh, I'm making hot Himalayan tea today. It seems like a perfect fall drink. Oh, yes. What kind of herbs are in there? Himalayan tea? I know of Himalayan salt. I'm guessing that's not in there. Good morning, Emmy. Hello. My thought, you can't let yourself bleed for more than 3 to 5 people. Choose carefully. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. Oh, and our family is like 4 people already, including me. We would be 5. So that's probably already enough. I'm an empath, so I absorb energies of people around me easily, and I feel things so deeply all the time. It can be very exhausting to feel everyone else's feelings along with your own. Exactly. I also often, yeah, I know this about myself that like I said, this person mentioned something and then I take it on. I feel with them, I suffer with them. I'm like, oh my God. And then when my husband talks about his work struggles, sometimes I'm like, oh no, don't tell me about that. Because I know the rest of the day will be like, oh, I'm feeling. So that's why I'm saying we need to find, this can happen all the time. You cannot forbid people around you to tell you something. It's more about finding ways to discern from other people's maybe energies, feelings, and your own, or having tools to keep yourself balanced and acknowledge that it's not your problem. You don't have to take it on. And yeah. Okay. I will have a look during the first sprint. I've had to learn to be present with people and then leave the feelings behind me so I can be present to the next person I meet. Yeah, actually, this is a good one. Like staying in the present moment, is a really good, can be a very helpful tool. Like, okay, this is over or this might happen, but it's not happening yet. What's now is just me being here, breathing and doing things. So yeah, So protect yourselves. And I will set up the first timer, for instance, pets. Again, my subconscious already thought of that probably. Cats are a good way to bring you back to center, I think, having them around. Yeah, that's why people are draining. Yeah, that's why I'm constantly tired, says Emmy. Yeah, and exactly, I feel I also have this. That's why I love alone time. You don't have to protect yourself from anything. You can just be. And so, yeah, it's kind of a little bit sad that we, yeah, see people as draining, isn't it? But maybe that's why I say it's important to protect yourself, to have a space for yourself, to have alone time, and then we can be happily there for others as well without, yeah, feeling just drained and exhausted. Ooh, Emmy, follow Jesse's example and starting with some games. Awesome. What games? Share. Okay, but let's sprint. I will read a little bit, continue reading in my novel, and yeah, enjoy the cat timer. Okie dokie, my friends. Sprint number 1 is over. And how did everybody do? We have some people joining us here. Mark, good morning. And Shay, hello, hello. And I made it again. Yay. You're up in the middle of the night. Oh, I hope you're doing great, Shay. So good to see you. And we have Laura, who was able to solve her internet problems successfully. Awesome to hear that. How is it only midnight? I feel like I've been asleep for hours. Should be at least 3 a.m. and applied to 9 jobs. That's so much work. Awesome. I'm so sure something will come back from that. And oh, JC, Shade to JC. Hey, Queen, I gotta catch up on your newsletter, but I saw it hit my inbox. I was just looking into my mail this morning. Why didn't I see your newsletter? I'll figure it out. I just woke up on my couch and realized I need to get in the bed. Yeah, this happens. And JC is also very happy to see Shay. It's so good to see you. I looked up Dilara's Himalayan tea recipe, which looks awesome. It's oh, I have not opened it again, but yeah, it's like black tea with, it's a little bit like this Indian chai, like black tea with milk and different fennel seeds and stuff. But yeah, and honey, I think. I have tried cooking chai, Indian tea, and it tastes so good, especially in the fall season. Like you said, it's perfect for fall because the different herbs and stuff, seeds and everything give this, they warm you up from inside. Oh, Laura, Anya, did you know you're awesome? Such a calming presence. Oh, thank you. And it's good to hear on a morning. And Dilara, I started reading Entitlement by Rumen Alam. I've been waiting for it for months. It's so good. Okay, I have to write it down. I loved his Leave the World Behind, so I wanted to read this too. Okay, I haven't read anything of this person yet. All those good ideas for books to read, but I will put them on my list. Doesn't matter how long it gets, my TBR. Yeah. One of the jobs is remote with the animation company in Spain. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, and remote is always good. I think, personally. I think it gives you more flexibility, I would say. You don't have to think of how to get somewhere, to an office space. And yeah, in general, I'm also working remotely. So do you say remotely? Yeah, but you know what I mean. In the home office. Amy finished playing. Will start getting up and studying. Oh, I as my daughter is sitting on the couch here, I already told her about the game. But I'm not sure if she's playing it right now on her phone. I think she found it also on her phone. But she also has an Xbox in her room, maybe. She can play later. And oh yeah, and half the jobs are in California. Fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed for you. Oh, guys, Shay, I agree with Laura. It's giving soothing. So that's good, because for most of you, except for Emmy and Mark and me, it's in the middle of the night. So that's why I try to be as soothing as possible. Although James needs me to help him stay awake as he's working a night shift. So yeah. But he has metal music for that. Amy also needs to do job applications, but very discouraged. Yeah, you shared with us how difficult it is. And you said it's your study day today. So are you studying some more to get more qualifications for your medical field, I'm guessing? I know my TBR hates to see me coming. Ooh, some of my applications were for video game lighting. We'll see. Yeah, I thought that I mean, I'm no expert in your field or anything, but I thought when you yesterday mentioned that you were job hunting, that there must be quite a vast, that there must be quite some companies needing your work, So fingers crossed you will find something that fits you perfectly, that you will enjoy. JC, it's why Anya is part of my nighttime wind down routine. She's so soothing and calm. I love to hear that. Makes me very happy. As long as I'm not boring, like some people turn on really boring ebooks or audiobooks to help them fall asleep. Maybe it's similar. I was playing on Nintendo Switch. Switch is a nice device to cuddle in bed and play. I've been thinking about getting a Switch for my kids for some time, especially for my son. But yeah, this would be just another device. We have so many. Like I said, we have an Xbox in my daughter's room, then iPads, computer stuff, and yeah. Then I think my husband will be like, "No, not another electronic device." But it always, I've been thinking about it several times already. Oh, for sure. I'm about to make some hot chocolate. Oh, that sounds good. And go right back to sleep. Yeah, that's important. We need sleep. I have no standing job, study to keep my portfolio for yearly revalidation. Oh, so you have to get a yearly, that's pressure. Yearly revalidation. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Metal, uppers, Anya, downers. Yeah. And JC says to Shay, I hope you have a restful sleep, Shay. Yes, me too. But I was only getting separate shifts and none were available right now. Oh, Laura, you're not boring. You're like a warm hug. Oh, and you're never boring. Do you want to make me cry? Emmy, but last days I were in made me realize the corporate will squeeze every hour and secretly will try to make you do more. Very abusive, but I think it's same everywhere. Yeah, I feel like it's honestly, often I compare it to what I hear from here in Germany from the medical sphere, business, whatever you might call it, and people struggle. People who are working there, and they squeeze everything out of the people. It's not good. Maybe you could look for alternative routes, that are more healthy for you. I don't know what possibilities, but I heard that lots of, especially doctors, get out of the medical field and somehow they must get jobs. I mean, that are not in a hospital, for instance. So there must be alternative routes you could take if this is something for you, because it seems like no matter where you applied, where you get a job in the medical field, it is because the system is so maybe rundown, or I don't know, it's so bad everywhere. It seems like that. No, not boring at all. Just a safe, relaxing place to come, vibe, and write. I love this. Maybe I should put this on my YouTube. A safe, relaxing place to come, vibe, and write. I say vibe because the vibes definitely relax, and I'm not writing. I love it. Maybe I should make another pumpkin spice hot chocolate. Yeah, it's the season. As long as they are happy tears, yeah. Definitely. And thanks, Queen, For JC from Shay. My Y chromosome wants to tease you so you don't cry. Maybe cry of laughter. LOL. Healthcare is the least healthy line of work. It's so yeah, it makes me angry to think about it, because all the people who go there are usually, I would say, again, very empathetic people who want to help people, who enjoy serving, or no, is it serving, but who enjoy helping people. And yeah, maybe they also struggle with boundaries a little bit sometimes. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, they are, yeah, as Emmy said, they are abused because they're so kind and helpful. I like how you say alternative. Okay, how you say? What did I say? Taking care of people sucks because people suck. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's sad, honestly. And it will fall, how do you say? It will fall back on us all, when the medical system is crumbling. Um, everyone is suffering in the end. I mean, when there's no one left in the medical field, or only, yeah, the people, when everyone is exhausted, as it is right now. And yeah, people who are sick need good care, and it's not possible right now as it is. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I'm guessing was it Oklahoma? I don't know, but it's not getting the memo because it's still 90-degree weather here. Oh, so no fall season for you yet. Yeah, exactly. I wish people would understand that. Yeah, it's sad. Okay, let me set up the next timer. I'm thinking of snow, snow timer, especially for Shay. Maybe the snow helps her cool down, relax more, and fall asleep, maybe. So let's sprint for 50 minutes. Yes, ma'am. Oklahoma. Okay. A, affirming like words of kindness and never boring, perfectly lovely in every way. Oh, joyful like a spring sunrise, Anya. A, author tuber, extraordinary master of her craft. Laura. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I have to copy this and put it here on my wall. When I feel down, I just look at all your comments. So let's, yeah, enjoy the next sprint. 50 minutes of snow. Have fun. Okie dokie. Sprint number 2. How did it go for you guys? I continued reading, and I think I definitely need some beta readers for a question I have about the memories I worked into my story. So I have lots of flashbacks, lots of the information you get while reading is from memories the main character has, flashbacks maybe. And I'm wondering now if it's too much, if this is kind of disrupting at some places. So yeah, I've tried to do it gently. But yeah, that's what I'm wondering right now. There's a lot of stuff going on that just happened in the past that relates to what's happening now. So it's very important. I cannot just omit it. I think then there's not enough happening in the story. But yeah. So yeah, I think that's a thing I can ask beta readers to look into. Yeah, but I'm almost done. I would say 2/3 of the novel. I'm nearing the climax. So we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, I hope Shay is asleep now. She said the hot chocolate is hitting the spot. The sleep is gonna be heavenly. Yeah. So I hope. Yeah. Sweet dreams. Laura shared it's 61 degrees at her place right now in Canada. Are you in Canada? I think you are in Canada, aren't you? I brought some fall sweaters back with me from Toronto. Nice. Yeah, that's what I love about the cold season. Sweaters and cozy stuff. Dilara, it's also very hot. Nantalia, 78 degree. Kaiko joined us and talked about all that's going on right now for her. She talked about it yesterday already, and it's a lot. Just reading it, I can totally, it's a time of big change for you. And I just hope that at some point there will be just calm in your life, like now this phase is over, you can settle again, and and I totally get that you're stressed out about people calling you and visiting you unannounced. Like you talked about this here, your relatives come by unannounced, and I would not be able to deal with that, honestly. So I would try to find tricks. Oh no, Shay is still up. Yeah, and they don't seem to understand when you try to set boundaries. I know I have that for a long time. They always said I'm just dramatic, panicky, hypersensitive. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, for me, definitely it's helpful to be able to turn off the doorbell here. When I found the trick, I made use of it. Whenever I thought like, okay, I cannot deal with anyone, usually there are just deliveries for neighbors or something during the day, but still even that can be so distracting. So I definitely am happy that I can just turn the doorbell off. I also did this when I started out streaming, for instance, because I was like, if the doorbell rings, now I'm more relaxed about it. So it's no problem. But yeah. And like I said, for me, this would be so disruptive, or it feels like you have to be always in this state of, someone might just come by right now. You're not feeling safe at home then when you feel like anyone can come by anytime, and or maybe you just, even when they are ringing at your door, you're not there, so you don't open the door. I don't know if this is helpful for you. Yeah. Dilara started making the hot Himalayan tea. I will let you know how it tastes. Yeah, let us know. Maybe I should also prepare something similar for my daughter. She probably has what I was sick last week. It already seems so far away. Yeah, it was. So I'm guessing she caught my virus. That's why she's at home now. Yeah, she has the same symptoms and is feeling bad. Has been for some days now. Maybe teas like that are a good way to get her out of this, or support her healing at least. Emmy has started studying and watching a 6-hour course now and read some medical journals. Awesome. You're doing it. Starting is the hardest part. I'm struggling with English because I'm reading the German manuscript, so I've been reading like for 15 minutes in German. That's why I struggle with finding the words here. Oh, see, it's 15 degrees Celsius here. Oh, by the way, are you guys okay because of the flooding that comes? Yeah, we're okay here. Where I'm at, it might be impacted. So for everyone, most people here won't know because there has been lots of heavy rainfall, and they already know because in the countries that are close by here, the Czech Republic and Poland, there are really big flooding. There's lots of flooding, and it will eventually come here. And they can already measure how much water will come up our river. So there will be flooding, definitely, but it won't be as bad. So I'm pretty sure we won't really be affected by it. The only problem is, I think, the bridge that collapsed last week. It's kind of so surreal. So maybe you remember, maybe you heard, one of the bridges in our city collapsed into the river, obviously. And so there's a danger that the collapsed part of the bridge that they try to remove will be affected by the flood, that it will be maybe moved to the next bridge. So I think that's a struggle that has to be solved, something that has to be solved by the city. And yeah, but I hope, otherwise we are used to flooding here. We had big floods, very big ones with lots of damage. But like I said, they can estimate how high the water will be, I think in the middle of the week. So today, tomorrow will be the highest point, and it will be okay, at least for our town. So yeah, I think it will be fine. We will be fine. But thanks for asking. And the rain stopped. Today is supposed to be sunny. Okay, not really yet, but no more rain. Dilara, I think I have a new favorite genre that is very niche. It's about late 20s, early 30s. New Yorkers struggling in their workplace and finding their identity while the world burns. Yeah, it's a very interesting time, isn't it? The 20s and 30s, and especially when you read about it and you know what's coming in the end of the 30s, 40s. Interesting. It's part dystopia, like Severance by Ling Ma, or Survivalists by Kashana Cauley. Entitlement, I already wrote it down in my TBR, is also similar. Okay, interesting. I really liked, because I looked it up, the covers of Entitlement and the other book from the same author. And now it makes sense. The cover is in this style, I would say, 20s, 30s. It really looks cool, I think. So I have something more to write on my TBR. Thank you, Dilara. I mean, relatives can be stressful enough. Exactly. Especially when they know no boundaries. Not just unannounced. My aunt, the one that came most often, also looks around my flat like she's in a zoo. Yeah, and judgy, probably. Yeah, it's not the most tidiest up, but I'm a student with limited space, and according to her, everything is untidy and looks like a hoarder's place. If it's not how she would organize things. Oh no, this sounds awful. Seems to be a problem in the family because my mother had the same issue. Yeah, you have to find a way to keep her out, definitely. This is just additional pressure to everything else. I mean, I would have thought they just care about you, that's why they come by. But if they are just judging you, and if you just if you know that you feel worse after their visit than before, you definitely have to find a way to keep them out, not react to the bell. I don't know. A little same sometimes. I started talking in Dinglish. Oh, yeah, because of the language to my friend, often because a lot of stuff is easier to say in English because they have words for this or that exactly. And yeah, Eastern Europe's underwater, yeah. And it's really big. It's also, I think, in Romania as well. Yeah, that's why I have been looking up the numbers here. That's why I know that it won't be as bad, hopefully, here, because our river is like there's enough space for the water. Yeah. Oh, and the bridge, yeah, 18 minutes before there was a tram. Yeah, it was just in use. The bridge in our city. It was fortunately in the middle of the night, so and no tram was on it, so no one got hurt. So it was like I was in the stream last week when I got a call from a friend like, "Do you know the bridge collapsed?" I was like, "What?" It's a shame it took the Ahrtal and 200 people dead to have more awareness and measurements, like the national alarm testing a few days ago. Oh, you mean, yeah, the other flooding in the western part of Europe, I want to say, of Germany. Yeah, I know. There was so much damage. It was also because of heavy rainfalls. Oh, oh no, I misunderstood your comment. No, 30s as an age, not 1930s. That's so funny. And I even said, yeah, the cover looks like from the 1930s in style. Oh, really? So you meant the age? Yeah, I was totally the wrong direction. Oh, that's interesting as well. But you said like in a dystopia. That's why I was probably, how is it in a dystopia? Now I'm curious. I just want to go back. I think I have a new favorite genre that is very niche. It's about late 20s, early 30s, New Yorkers. Yeah, the age group struggling in their workplace makes also lots of sense. There's so much pressure finding their identity while the world burns. Ah, so it's now it's playing, like you said here. Where is it? 2010, 2020s. Ah, also makes sense, kind of, isn't it? Doesn't it? It's still similar to the 1920s and 30s. Yeah, okay, that's a bit dark, but yeah, okay. But now it makes sense. Sorry for misunderstanding. But it's kind of funny too. The family, Kaiko says more about her family. They say they care, but they're also very judgy. Yeah, that's what families tend to do. My cousin told in one of the phone calls a few weeks ago no one in the family would judge if I dropped out. I believe she wouldn't judge me, but not the rest of the family, not for 1 minute. You know what usually helps me is thinking about the fact that still you don't play the main role in their lives, you know. They might be judgy, but they have other things going on in their life too. They won't focus just on you. I don't know if this is helpful for you, but sometimes this thought helps me that in the end, they won't focus all their energy just on you. They have other things going on. So even if they judge you, they don't even know how much impact they have on you. Their judgment, they will just be like, oh, okay, maybe talk to someone and judge, but then go on with their lives. And maybe this thought helps you a little bit with that. Germany, Belgium, and parts of France. Yeah, it wasn't just Germany. Yeah, so I was right by saying Western Europe. Yeah, I got 30 10 days ago, so I feel that oh, yeah. maybe the books help you. And well, there are parallels to this time for sure, definitely. Unfortunately, yeah, definitely that was my thought too. I think that I definitely was not prepared for an adult world with high pressures. Yeah, I had the thought recently, this adulting is hard. there's so much truth to that, especially when I can compare it to my kids' experiences. But still, it's also hard for them. They also feel lots of pressure with school and stuff. But being an adult there's so much stuff. Definitely too much going on, yeah, as you say. And I think younger people are probably feeling it worse. Yeah, when you back to the books, definitely 20s and 30s is a time where you feel that pressure of being an adult in an adult world, and it feels like we are not prepared for that. That's when it hits us really hard, how much pressure there is. And I don't know, in my 40s now, I feel like I'm a bit more confident, but I still struggle with this constant feeling of pressure, maybe anxiety about things that might go wrong. I'm a negative thinker, although everything is okay right now. I always get into those loops of, but what if? That's what I'm working on. That's what I said at the beginning of the stream, having some boundaries for myself. Yeah, it's yeah, being an adult is definitely not easy. Yeah, but they will full focus on me and want me having done everything in one day. Yeah, same to Emmy, says Kaiko. Yeah, James, best advice. Judgmental people need to hear two magic words. F off, definitely. Yeah. That part, James, yeah, says JC. Kaiko, so I will definitely not have kids. I can't even fend for myself. I don't even have a pet. Imagine a human being that is dependent on you for at least 18 years. Yeah, this puts additional pressure on you. That's definitely, I can say, as a parent, I think I would, I don't know. I think I might feel better in some situations when you don't think like about the kids, but yeah. But there isn't just this kind of pressure, obviously. Otherwise, I wouldn't have 3 kids. And then they would cry about it to the whole family and turn everyone against me. Same, Kaiko. I think energy-wise might not be able to have kids. Kaiko. And yeah, you guys aren't the only ones. I think lots of people are thinking about that right now, to stay kids-free because of all the pressure we have in our society. Also more financial pressure and stuff like that. Kaiko, to Emmy, there's the girl with the list, and I think the reasons to not have kids is now in the 200s. Oops. Yeah. Dilara, I also feel like adulting is lonelier and it's harder to reach out because everyone is struggling. Yeah. Yes, there's a loss of community feel to it. I try to make my own small community whenever I can. Yes, and community is so important. I've just got my husband this book from the library about the Okinawan people and why they aged it well. You know, they are centenarians, lots of them live over 100. And one of the biggest things they said is community. They have a good community, are supporting each other. And I feel here in our Western world, it's so difficult because we have lost this sense of community, except for here. We have our little corner of the internet here. But yeah, it's so important. We underestimate that. That made me sound like a cult leader. But I meant book clubs and hiking groups. Yeah, that's what we need. We need people who have similar interests, and then we support each other there with the writing, for instance. There's not only a loss for communication, it's also the fact that people expect you to know everything and then look at you weird if you don't. Yeah, the judgmental stuff again. I also see old people left alone. Yeah, as they had no kids when they are vulnerable. Yeah, lots of very lonely elderly people, definitely. James can probably tell some stories. I can imagine that there are some elderly people who never have visitors because even when they had kids, it's such a stressful time. It's difficult to keep up with your family sometimes, you know. Like me, I'm like, I have this reunion coming up in 2 weeks. I'm thinking like, oh, I don't know if I want to go there just because of the time. I can stay home instead and Relax. So yeah, Kaiko, there are so many things I was never taught because my family just expected me to magically know them from a very young age. I think that's also something a lot of us go through. That's a good thing about the internet. You can always ask Google. I don't think I had much support as kid either, Kaiko. Nor from family, nor from school. It was pretty much independent to learn. Yeah, we have to learn how to learn ourselves, definitely. That's also what I experience with my kids. What they learn in school is like lots of facts and numbers, but really how to live, that's not part of the subjects in school, at least not here in Germany. Amy, let's ask James. What is your stance on children? Do you have any? Extended families 1,000 miles apart and no kids. Dilara, it's going to be fun, and you think of yourself as a participant researcher in the human ritual of high school reunions. Yeah. I said to myself, I will decide the day before. I won't think of it right now. And then, yeah, we will see. I will tell you guys if I went or not. Keiko, I'm going to hop off to watch something fun. Oh, that sounds good. Thank you for the stream and sprints and advice and nice words. Oh my God, I talked so long. It's already... I don't have time for a final sprint. I was like, okay, let's start the last sprint, but it's already... At one time, I would have said I wanted them, but I would have been lying to myself. Yeah, it's definitely not an easy decision. Like I said, especially nowadays, if you want to have kids or not. I will say that as hard as it is to take care of another human being for 80 plus years, I wouldn't trade being a parent for anything in the world. Best thing in the world. Yeah, I also, it's there are two sides to it. Definitely stressful, lots of pressure, lots of emotional stuff going on. But I also definitely wouldn't want to give my kids back. But yeah, it's definitely a big decision. Okay, my friends, I will end the stream. I feel like it's an incomplete stream now because we only had 2 sprints. I'm sorry for that. Shame is I'd have made a great uncle. Oh yeah, I'm sure of that. But why? What about your brother? So it seems like, yeah, he also doesn't, want to have or can. I mean, it's not always your own decision. It's like there are so many factors. I wanted more, but it just didn't work out. Exactly. So you cannot always. It's not like that you decide, okay, I want to have kids, and there they are. There are more factors. Yeah, I wish, but I have to start working. That's why I cannot put on another sprint. It is 10:24, is it? I'm just wondering why it's so late already. But I will be back tomorrow, my friends, and I will look at the time more closely tomorrow. I mean, sometimes it's good to chat, so it wasn't a lost time. So I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I wish you a wonderful rest of the day, rest of the night, and I will be back tomorrow. So see you soon, my friends. Ciao, ciao, ciao.